Now that we've covered the theory of Lambda, we're going to do our first lab. This doesn't really count as a lab, but this is to get you familiar with creating Lambda functions and executing them. We're going to cover a little bit about the AWS console and some of the services that are around Lambda.
Before we get started on the course itself, we have to go over a couple of housekeeping type items. First, make sure that you're looking on that left-hand sidebar for the Download Course Resources button so that you have all the code that's necessary to follow along and do these labs properly. I highly, highly recommend following along because you're going to learn a lot more if you do it yourself as well as watch me do it. And while you're doing it, remember that you have discussion forums with myself and other students that are available that you can ask questions, see if someone else has had a similar problem, and get yourself over some of those roadblocks that can stop students. While you're going through this course, you might feel like some of the videos are too fast or too slow. There's a speed button on that bottom left that you can use, and also feel free to watch the video once to get the idea and then go back and re-watch the video, rewind it, whatever you have to do to then follow along. And make sure that you're doing experiments as you go through this because while working, making mistakes and learning from them is critical and will help you on any exam or on the job. Without further ado, let's get over to the AWS console. It is the web UI for all Amazon Web Services, basically. You can talk to S3, Lambda, pretty much any service. It works on any machine. You don't need something special installed. It's just all in the browser. But sometimes if you're not familiar with a service, it can feel kind of scattered because you're not sure what all the tabs mean, what all the buttons mean, that kind of stuff. And I'll try and point things out that are common pitfalls as we go through this course. So go over to console.aws.amazon.com. This course assumes that you have an AWS account today and already can access it. We're not going to go over creating a new AWS account. Remember, if you have any trouble, we'll see you on the forums.